Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is your friend, your host today, and your mentor for PgMP PfMP. I'm very happy to come again. This is our fourth session. We have gone through 3 more sessions. So this is our fourth session. Thank you for the continuous participation and getting knowledge and understanding about the process, whole process itself. So thank you for joining, and I'm very happy to be part of your journey in any form of shape. So feel free to reach out to me to and see if I can help you. So with no further delay, I like to acknowledge PMI. They have been pushing me to do these kind of sessions to share the knowledge and experience I gained over the period of time. And PMI Queens chapter in Australia, they were the one initiated this process. So thank you guys in PMI Queensland. Very happy to be running this kind of program. It's a very informative sessions. And thank you to my team and my friends and the people who have gone through my training program. So really happy here. If you do not know about myself, I have been in the space for teaching PgMP since 2009, and then PfMP since 2013-14 going on. And I have played a very important role with PMI Sydney chapter as a director of certification and the secretary of the chapter. All helped me to form myself. Where if I was not part of PMI Sydney chapter, I don't think I would have been probably up doing this thing. So thank you, PMI Sydney, and the member of PMI Sydney to help me to bring me up to this point. So otherwise, you probably can see here, I have been contributing the success of lots of PgMPs, 464 PgMPs as of now from 51 countries. Actually, in next 4 days, I'm hoping to see 5 more PgMP coming out on 16th and 19th. I think 16th I have 3 people planned, and on 19th I have 2 people. And same with PfMP, PfMP success. So far, 121 PfMPs from 26 countries, and they speak. There are a number of people have gone through my program, and they're trying to get their PfMP done. So on 16th, I should see 1 more PfMP, and there are a number of people already in the pipeline. So rest assured, if you have taken my program, or if you're going to take my program, you will have all the required, learning and experience via me. Okay. Yeah, if you don't know that I am also into yoga and meditation that helped me to shape myself and helped me to stay younger and happy and excited, as you can probably see over the period of time. So anyway, so I started a group called Yippee Yoga when I was in Sydney. Actually, while I have moved to Dallas, and today's session is conducted from Sydney. I'm in Sydney at the moment, Sydney, Australia. Beautiful, lovely morning here with blue sky, perfect blue sky. I can see outside. You can probably have a glimpse outside by my window. It's a beautiful place to be here. Yeah, don't ask me why I'm in Dallas. So that's a different story. But no, yeah, last 4 years I'm in Dallas, but Sydney and Australia is my second home, and US is my third home. Anyway, so you can see me probably anywhere, wherever you feel that you are there and you think they have a group of people, happy to be there. So as I said, the 4th session, so that means we have gone through 3 more sessions. I'm going to put links to you for the last 3 sessions in case you have not watched. Please take a note of these 3 sessions on YouTube. Watch them. There are specific targeted information there, and I will actually walk you through what you will see in those videos. Before so what we're going to talk today, let me recap. We're going to recap the session 3, and I will ask you, or you should ask, why do you need a mentor or trainer? I know I will be more talking as from my point of view. It's not about me, it's about you, why you should have a mentor, trainer, not just for PgMP, PfMP, or anything in your life. You really need one. Skills for the program and portfolio management, We'll talk about two important documents here: examination content outline. What is the purpose of ECO, and why you have to read and how to read. Very important. Because when people see this document, these two documents, they get Dharam. This is great work from PMI, but when I start reading, I feel sleepy, and lots of questions around that. And standard for program management, standard for portfolio management. We'll talk about which domain you should focus more. Of course, every domain has an importance, its own importance. Then I will talk about PgMP, Dr. Ginger Levin, and what was her contribution in PgMP PfMP space and in my life. Some trends, and then we'll do some sample questions. So stick around. We do have some number of questions, and I like your participation in those questions. Then yeah, I like your participation in those sessions. And then we have some questions, frequently asked questions, which I like you to, maybe you have more questions. Please feel free to put your question on the question pad. I like to discuss the specific question if you have anything. So at the end of the day, you should get some value out of this, okay? Whether in the form of what I'm going to share today, or anything you're struggling with, you should ask here. Or if you are early stage of your journey, I'm sure you have lots of questions. So I will suggest you to start watching the session number 1. A lot has gone into this, all about what is PMI certification, your eligibility, and your organization benefits. So if you are early stage, you find out if you're eligible or not, and few other information here. Then then we talk about role as a program and portfolio manager. In this, we also talked about application process, panel review. There are lots of questions around panel review: what happened, what not happened, how many trials you get as part of panel review. There are a lot of myths around panel review, and I will be happy to you watch that. If you have any questions, please book some time with me, and we go through those. Number 3 session, that's where we start talking about exam fees, syllabus analysis, what different, and the exam format, and books and supporting material. All right, so if you have already watched those and you are part of the previous session, you already know what you're going to gain out of this. And I will be happy to take you through, handhold you, and support you throughout your journey. Yeah. Okay. So a little bit about exam, if you already PgMP PfMP part of the journey, you know what I'm talking here. So we have, its structure is similar, whether we talk PgMP PfMP. There are total of 170 questions. Okay. And out of 170 questions, 150 questions you're going to be scored. What about 20 questions? These questions are there, but you will not get any marks. Even if you get all 20 questions wrong, it doesn't matter. The problem is which 20 questions, because every question is same. You will not know, you will not distinguish whether it's a real question or a test question or a trial question. Why PMI have this kind of structure? Because they keep adding questions, but they wanted to see how people are performing in these questions. Okay. Overall time you have is 4 hours. So if you do a calculation in a 170 question in 240 minutes, yeah, not too bad. But the thing is that these are scenario-based questions. These are table-based questions. Some one-liner question with no context given to you. So a lot of things you have to think in this question. But the good news is many of my students have passed these exams very comfortably. And 3 actually, I don't want to talk about that, but 3 of my students have passed the exam, the 4-hour exam in 3 hours. Sorry, that's not 3, 2 hours actually. 2 hours, within 2 hours they complete the full exam, and all of the 3 passes above target. And around 7, I think 7 or 8 people, they pass exam in 2.5, complete the exam in 2.5 hours. Most of my students are completing in 3.5 hours. And look, I'm not here to make another record. Dharam, I will do in 1 hour, 1.5 hours. I like to say that you get your certificate. But why I'm talking about this time, exceptional time, because the structure I built and you will get through the process in such a way, when you're really sitting in the exam, you feel like, like you walk in the park. My strategy is, if you go through this, going to go for a 40-kilometer marathon, I want you to be ready for 50-kilometer marathon, because then you feel that you're walking the park. So I don't know if you know about the stats about PgMP, PfMP. The passing rate is very low, if you see that. But my PfMP success rate at the moment 99.08 or something. Two people have to repeat the exam, unfortunately. But that's what I was last year. I was very happy to see 100%. But yeah, I love to see this. I cannot go back 100%, but maintaining around in high 90s where my target now. Similar structure you will see in PgMP, exactly the same structure, 170 question, 150 question as a scoring questions, and 20 question pre-test, all the same. But yes, the focus of this question is the program management, and the PfMP questions, of course, the focus is on portfolio management. So these questions, of course, you read, and I will talk more. You need to read the standards. You need to read exam content outline. You also need to read the PMBOK. And there are a lot of topics. I will tell you which topic you have to go through when you start going through the process. I will give you a list of topics. These are kind of must-read topics. So, and because the PMBOK itself is a very big document, I don't want you to spend your time going through this reading. You will exhaust. Especially if you're PMP, why you read again? I want you to go through, okay, these are probably 20 topics you should have good understanding. Okay, so part of the program, I will give you that list. And look, the focus is utilizing your time in the most efficient way. Because let's say you are a busy person, and I'm sure if you are working as a program manager, portfolio manager, you already saying, Dharam, I'm really busy. I don't know where I can find time from. This exam, you're talking very difficult exam, and you expect me to put 1 or 2 hours per day, and on top of that, I have to go through PMBOK. It's not for me. Believe it or not, the people I talked about, 464, 464 PgMPs and 121 PfMP, and many more in pipeline. They're exactly in your same situation. Some of them actually, they are more busier than you are. So if the busy is one of your excuse, I tell you that's not right excuse. You have to come up with a better excuse for yourself. I've seen one person, you probably see his podcast with me. He is one of the most busiest person. He's always in flight. He's always in meetings or doing something. He's one of the directors in the Neom City work going on, Saudi Arabia. His company, he is looking after the entire security system of the Neom City. Think about how much pressure this guy is. But last year he completed 5 certificates: PMP, RMP, ACP, PgMP, PfMP. Yes, 5. And this guy is one of the most busy person. Then he also enrolled himself in the MBA program in the Louisiana University. So look, it's about the passion you have and your vision for yourself. Actually, he's currently in director position, then you want to go into C-level position. So you need to have a roadmap for yourself, and you roadmap and your plan to achieve that. I hope I'm making sense to you. But guys, if you feel any questions you have, put on the question pad. I will be very happy to talk more about the question. Otherwise, I will keep talking. Which book to refer? If you are starting the journey with PfMP, and by the way, we are in the September 2023. And now why I'm talking about the date, so that in case you are watching this video in 24, 25, 26, and the books will change. So currently, the right book is the Standard for Portfolio Management, 3rd edition. 3rd edition, guys, 3rd, not the 4th edition, 3rd edition. While 4th edition is available for you to buy and download since 2018. That's where the confusion starts. if you start a journey PfMP and you don't know anything, you have never talked to anyone, you never watched my video, and you want to do PfMP, you think, oh, everybody has done it, so I can try. And you download the latest document. This is the fourth edition. And when you go through this and then you go to the exam, surprise, surprise, exam is not based on fourth edition, that's the third edition. And then people come to me, Dharam, I don't know why, I'm very thorough with the book, I still failed this exam. My first question is, which book are you referring? Fourth edition, third edition? He says, of course, fourth edition, because it's a human nature. When you go in to buy a new phone and you will look for the latest edition. Why would you go for third edition? I had a detailed discussion with PMI managers in PMI, explaining the situation, why this third edition, fourth edition confusion. Can you not remove the third edition and have the exam on fourth edition, or just hide the fourth edition for the moment? There are a lot of discussion happened, but they have their own plan. At the moment, in September, maybe for another 1 year, you're going to use third edition. If there's a change happen, you will know it via me or via PMI. Okay. If you have any doubt, please, feel free to message me or call me, contact me, Dharam. I'm starting my PfMP journey. Which document I should refer at this stage? Right. Now, with the PgMP, the current document, and again September 2023, we are talking about fourth edition of the standard for program management, while fifth edition is in the draft mode. It's a great book, and change from the program, the fourth edition to fifth edition. I don't see much bigger change, but here there is some change. But even if the book is there, you need to know before you start reading the fifth edition, which is not available at the moment in September 23, maybe in next 2-3 months it will be available. When PMI release the document, they will give you another 6 months before the exam becomes, the way they use this book for exam. So as of now, September 23, maybe December, maybe I think January, February, March, you should, if you have any doubt, please contact PMI or contact me. I will be, actually you should contact me, because PMI people have no idea sometimes. I'm not, sorry, that's PMI guys. I'm telling you truth, because there are different people, there are people that keep changing, so they don't know exactly what's going on. I have been into this field since 2011, so I think 12, 13 years already. Actually it was 2009. So 14, 15 years in this, just talking about PgMP, PfMP, PMP, and all of this. So this is kind of my living. They are part of my DNA. So I know a lot of things more than some of the PMI people. So yeah, please reach out to me. So one of the questions people ask, and again, this is PgMP, PfMP. Dharam, I did my PMP. I self-studied, and I did it, and I did my RMP myself. Look, some of the exams you can easily do. Sometimes you don't need any mentor, but I can tell you PMP still you need a mentor. The question you are asking, should I do the self-study, or should I do video study, or should I have a mentor? It's a valid question. So look, I can tell you, since last year, I don't have the stats from the previous years, but since last year, I got 39 people contacted me for PgMP and PfMP. 31 of them already passed exam, and other 8 of them are already in the pipeline. So they tried the exam once, twice, thrice. One person came to me after 5 attempts. You believe it or not, 5 attempts. When he came to me, actually, he don't want to take my training. He actually came to me to express his anger and frustration. Dharam, this PgMP is crap, PMI, this all kind of, he wrote 5-page letter to PMI. And I just told him, guys, look, you have one more chance left, because he did 3 times fail, and he did the application again. He already tried 2 times. So he still have 1 exam left in the second attempt, second application. I said, yeah, you can keep thinking about how this system and exam or whatever, or give me one chance. I just said, give me one chance, and if you don't pass the exam, I will return all the money. First of all, I will not take your money until I pass the exam. Once you pass the exam, you give me the money and give me happily. Then he agreed to go through my coaching and mentoring. We have worked over 6 weeks, and he passed the exam with all above target. He was very happy and happily gave me the money. So, the reason you should look for a mentor, because I've done myself my PgMP PfMP, my hard way. I did in much harder way than you guys going to do if you do take mentor. And I have seen so many people, so many successes. Some people came to me with there are great. Some people are already great. They already have exceptional knowledge and skills, and they are passionate about learning. Some people are average. Some of them are, I should not call, but they were below average. So they came to me and they said, I want to do PgMP. Everybody doing it, and they take me as a mentor. And my understanding is, I wanted to make sure I understand about you, and accordingly, I want to structure my programs. I'm talking about the personal program. If you take my personal program, that's where I like to work with you, structure my program according to your needs. If in a group program, of course, you're working with another 3, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people. And that's where the difficulty for myself. I still have a personal attention to you, but I will not able to structure the program as per your needs. So, somebody who has done it before, helping and other constructive, look for when you're selecting a mentor. One of the important thing is you should see the person trusted advisor. This person is as you see the person as you as himself. And if you cannot see the person as you, as part of you, then he's not your mentor. Of course, you select me your mentor. I'm not you, but I have to think as you, so I can give you the right direction, right guidance. While I'm not part of you, but I'm outside, and I will give you the where you should go and where you're lagging, where can you improve yourself and get your success, even better success. I hope I'm making sense here. Okay. So while self-study, I'm talking about self-study is great, but having a right mentor who has done it multiple times and talk to the person. Always before you sign up, and I give opportunity to my students, whoever is interested in my program, talk to me. Of course, if you have watched the video, you are already passionate. Dharam, I really want to be part of. Then go ahead and register yourself. But if you have any doubt, maybe look, I have some special requirements. Can Dharam help me with this? Talk to me and say if I am on the same frequency. But the important thing between the relationship with mentor and mentee is you have to be at the same level. If you are here, I'm here, and I've talked, all the information will go over your head. So I have to bring myself down, and you have to lift up. Then we are on the same page. Then the exchange of information, the learning, motivation, and that will be at a different level. Okay, so I have to do a lot of effort to bring myself down or come to at your level. So when I'm talking to you, you really get that. Okay, so look around. If it's not only me, I just can't say I'm the only person. There are many other people. So, but talk to those people and find out if this person is really, committed in my success. Of course, everybody is committed in their success. Of course, they want to see how many PgMP and PMP and numbers and how much money I can make. So everybody has, if somebody running business, they have their motivation. But with that motivation is for them only or for me. I like some doctors. Like we talk about doctors, they are charging so much money and this and that. But some of the doctors really care about you. Yes, they have to make money out of you, but at the same time, they really care about you. They give you the right advice, and advice which really makes a difference to you. If you are in America, some of the doctors, I've seen that if you go for a simple headache, they will do lots of tests and they will come out. You will come out with a bill of $10,000, $20,000, Obviously, some of the, if you have insurance, probably out of $20,000, they will pay your $15,000, but still $5,000. So yeah, so talk to the person, understand whether this person is for me or for them. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Yeah, please. Yeah, please put some questions, guys. I like to see if you're really getting something out of this. And I can see some of the familiar names on my screen. So what skill will help you as a program manager to be a better program manager? Some of these I mentioned here. So, you have to have a big picture thinking, strategic thinking. Of course, you are not in the senior manager role position. You are there are the people in the company, they look for future of the company, they create a vision for that. And you as a program manager is doing the work which is helping those management or the organization to achieve those visions. If your work is not aligned with the organizational strategy and objective, then your work should not be done. That's simple. So as a program manager, you need to build your thinking in such a way, you think from organization point of view. Is this program, my program is aligned with organization strategy? Is the project within program are still aligned with program and program with the organization strategy? Okay, hope this makes sense to you. Leadership and team building. As a program manager, you are managing a big team. Yes, you may say, Dharam, my team is small, but programs are generally for the, for very big initiatives, maybe millions of dollars involved in that, billions of dollars. I've seen some of the work which is very complicated and multiple years. So you are actually, other than the program sponsor, we sponsor is generally invisible to the team members. So you are the face of the program. People see you as a leader, and you are working with them, giving the right work and solving the conflicts and bringing the vision of the program, motivating them, exciting them, and ensuring that you're looking after them. So, and then creating a team environment. As a program manager, you have to create a team environment so that people can do, your team members can do as best as they have they have skills. Sometimes they have skills, but if you don't have the environment, right environment, they are not utilizing those skills. So you want to help them to, or nurture them to unleash their potential. Okay, and he said, Dharam, it's not my job. It's HR role. No, they are working for you for longer duration. So it's in a way, they're part of you, your team. Okay, influencing and negotiating. Yes, time to time you have to influence, negotiate with the senior managers or vendors or your team members or various things. Vendors, of course, you want to get the best quality and best product and the cheapest price. That's negotiation. And you negotiating with the senior managers, timelines and benefits, getting more money. With the team members, of course, you negotiating about how much work can be done and how fast we can do and what else we can do, all these things. So you need to have this negotiation skill. And influencing, you can influence the person when you have, you're passionate about the work. If you're not passionate about your work, it will not go too far. People recognize that you're doing this job for the sake of doing it. And we have to do it because if we don't, then how are we going to run our family? But find the passion in that work. Look, if you can change, if you're not happy with the work, try to change. If you cannot change, then love the work. If you cannot love, that's not your job. Anyway, yeah, everybody has different motivation. Stakeholder engagement, management, very important. You have different type of stakeholders, and the way you engage with them will make a huge difference. I'm taking huge difference because it's not only about within budget and within time frame and quality. It's like, you give me a house, you're my builder, and you build my house. And on the day when everything ready, you give me a call, Dharam, house is ready, come and take the keys. Me and my wife, my family coming and looking, thinking, very excited. But the moment we enter the house, we realize, oh my God, I don't like this color. The kitchen cabinet, no, I don't like it. And you look at the program manager, look, and you say, look, it's not my fault. This is what you signed. This is the contract. Yes, I signed the contract, but I didn't realize the color at the time. So ideally, you should have communicated with us and invited us for the color selection, or invited us when this part is done. If this is only partly done, then we can actually change at the time. Now, if you have to change, it's too costly. So we have to accept the house because we signed the contract and that's where they're ready now. If they say, okay, we can change it, but you need to spend so much money. So for me, I'm not happy. My family don't happy. But what, program manager, the contractor can say, look, I saved money. We thought we're going to be late by 1 month. I'm giving 1 month early. You should be very happy. And your budget was $500,000. I've done in 450,000. Why you're not happy? Look, it's not about the money and the time. It's about the relationship you build with your client, with your beneficiary. So that's what we talk in the stakeholder engagement or stakeholder management. This word should be called stakeholder engagement. Mastery of program and project management and portfolio management tools technique, whatever you have to use, you need to know what tools technique we have. If you don't know the tools technique, your resources, you may have, and you are struggling with, you're not able to use them. So knowing about tools technique is very important. Let's say you are a plumber and you go and fix something in somebody's house, some tap or leaking. There are hundreds of tools in the toolbox, and you're trying this, you're trying this, you're trying this. There may be one tool we just try once and fix within a few seconds, few minutes, and you don't care because customer is paying you on, let's say in a block of 15 minutes or like time and material. So you're okay, I will keep trying. But that is giving you the customer will not be very happy. When they realize that you could have used this wrench and the job can be done 15 minutes, then they're happy. Yes, you can say, okay, I'm losing my potential money. But think about this is a repeat customer. If you have done good job and utilizing the right tools and technique, you have this customer and their friends and family talking to you and inviting you for plumbing or whatever. So that's why knowing about tools technique is very, very important for you. Superior analytic skills, yes, the program manager, you have to have some skills such as these components, which I'm going to do, the component project program, the output coming out of them, whether they will give us the required benefit or not. Okay, so relationship between output and outcome of the projects and the benefits, and keeping an eye on them. At the end of the day, you're delivering benefit to your sponsor, your beneficiaries. Okay, communication is the most important aspect of your program, project, and portfolio management. Communication is not just about talking and presentation. It's about how you relate, how you're going to exchange the information in the most efficient way, and keeping them informed. Inform them as and when things happening, not when in the past something happened much year earlier. So communication is very important aspect. Conflict resolution, time to time, there's a conflict within team, good conflict and bad conflict, and sometimes people start using the fist and so. It is all under you. So you may not be the one who is resolving, but you may have to create an environment where conflict can be resolved in the most efficient way. Yeah, we do talk about this in our class. Resource management, planning and resource management, very, very important. You're talking about millions of dollars and hundreds of people working under your program. How can I utilize these available resources in the most efficient way and get the result most efficiently? You don't want to have lots of people sitting on bench, or you don't want to have that you have a lot of work, but you don't have people at all. You have people, but you're not utilizing them in a most efficient way. So yes, that's very important skill for you. Okay. Now for portfolio management, there are other skills, some of the skills you see as the program manager, you can apply that, such as communication and motivation is something you motivate your team and motivate your entire, the portfolio management team to get the results. Because at the end of the day, you are achieving the strategic objective for the organization. As a portfolio manager, you are selecting the right work. Okay, so some of the skills like resolving conflict, management agreements, Leadership, yep, same thing. Program, project, portfolio management. Stakeholder engagement, yes, similar. Decision making, you make decisions around investment decisions, which project to start, which to stop, which resource, and all kind of things happen in this. Facilitation, you facilitate some conferences or brainstorming sessions on your meeting with your project program managers and your governance board. So a lot of facilitation is required for you from you. Now talking about this document, and very important document, examination content outline. And we have ECO for PgMP and PfMP. And as we speak, I know PMI is working on the ECO for the for PgMP. With the current ECO we have, it was released in 2011, and that was aligned with second edition of the standard for program management. Now we have fourth edition as of now. So a lot has changed from the 11 to now, 2011 to now. So yes, this book is great, the material is great, but some of the information is obsolete. In my class, in my material, I have already identified something, what has changed, so that you don't misalign yourself. Okay, so when you attend my program, I will give you a document called Pathfinder and some other documents which have the updated information. But yes, each and every word in this in these books are very, very important. Same with same with the ECO for PfMP. These consist of the task you have to do, the role of a program manager, portfolio manager within the defined domains. So you need to know each and every role, and how to read is very important. And there are 72 tasks in ECO of PgMP, 35 tasks in PfMP. Yes, lesser tasks compared to PgMP, because PgMP is where you get the work done. So a lot of work is happening differently. So yes, 72 tasks and 35 tasks. Okay. Am I making sense? Please let me know. I've not seen any comments so far. Maybe you're enjoying already. And the book, the standard for program management, the third and fourth edition. So let me tell you, when you look at the ECO talks about the task or role of a program manager. It's like ECO is like your job description. When somebody hires you as a program, project, and portfolio manager, they release a job description. So you are doing this, you're going to do this. But how to do your job as when you're running a program, you can find that information in the standards. The process to follow, activities, and the templates, document, not template, but the artifacts, what principles, what domains to follow, and all this is in this document, in this book. Okay. So lots of knowledge in this. But again, if you just read these books, this or other standards, yeah, sometimes it's so boring, I used to say that if you want to sleep, have a good night's sleep, then start reading this book. But if you have understood how to read them, you understand the material, then the reading of this material is enjoyable. Actually, I asked my student to start watching the videos, my video I'm giving as part of my program, and then read this book. Then reading this book is much easier, and basically you're looking for the gaps which you didn't get in during my video, and help you to figure out the gaps and build your notes. So that is a better way of learning. Similarly, for portfolio management, again, this is third edition, not the fourth edition. It is also helping you to run your portfolio. It is talking about roles and responsibilities and activities and processes, and all the documents, other things you need to run your portfolio. Okay. Number of questions from various domains, and you can see from PgMP point of view, there are 5 domains mentioned here. Maximum score you have to achieve, or you can achieve, is out of program lifecycle. So all of them are important. I'm not going to say you don't worry about this, don't worry, but special focus has to be on program lifecycle. And when I'm saying program lifecycle, you have to read PMBOK. PMBOK has a lot of information which can be used as a program like part of the PgMP exam. And again, only the specific, I will tell you what to read and what not to read. Because a lot of information there, you can put yourself in a big ocean of information, but you're looking for the nuggets, the gold nuggets, which is useful only. So I'll tell you where to find the gold nuggets. So yeah, 44% for program life cycle, and the 16%, from the stakeholder engagement. I mean, at the end of the day, when you see the result, they will show you above target or targets, and then give you a split. Yes, you are above target in the program life cycle and strategy, the target in governance and benefit management, but one of them may be below target. Maybe you need improvement, but overall this is average overall, not just one individual. Some people think that I have to be target or above target in all the domains. Yes, I like to see that, but for passing the exam, it's not that you have to have all the above target or target. Okay, I hope this makes sense to you. So similar structure you can see. Now here we're talking about strategy, the governance, portfolio performance, risk management, communication. 50% questions are coming from two areas: take strategy and the performance management, portfolio strategy, portfolio performance. 20% from governance, and we cannot underestimate risk and communication, which is giving you 30% questions. I did not pay too much attention to my communication, so hence I was target, not above target. I was above target all except one area, that was communication. Okay, I know I've been talking about PgMP and PMP. Communication I know in and out, but yes, the question in that time at the time can be early question. See, I like to remember my mentor, and probably some of you already remember her, know her. Dr. Ginger Levin. And why I'm talking about her? Because she was my mentor as well. And she has done so much work in the space, project program management, portfolio management. We still have lots of books which review them. After actually she's no more with us, but she has left a legacy for us to use for many years to come. And I met her actually when we in PMI Sydney, as part of PMI Sydney, we decided to organize a PgMP program and OPM3 program. So we invited her, and luckily, the PMI Sydney was paying her as a lump sum amount, and then there was some availability. The president at the time, he asked around everyone, anybody interested in doing PgMP or attending this program. So I just put my hand up. Okay, Dharam, you are in. And that was my opportunity to meet with this legend. And she was at the time around 66, and very fragile, very soft spoken, but she know exactly what and how to mentor you. So good news in that, actually, when I attended the program, I was not ready. I don't think I'm going to do PgMP. I had no idea about PgMP. But as a certification director, people used to call me, asking. So I thought, let me attend the class and learn from this legend, and at least I know about her. And in this process, I realized that I can actually do the PgMP. And she said, anybody doing PgMP from the group, you have opportunity to work with me and utilizing my material. So that was my motivation. Okay, you know what? If I pass exam, I will be working with this lady, and I will establish myself as a PgMP trainer at the time. So that's what I saw, and she encouraged me to, after 1 year, 2 years, actually 1 year, we realized that we are not getting enough numbers from Australia. I'm talking 2009, 10, 11, 12. So the numbers were low. So he said, Dharam, why don't you do one thing? Why you write your own material? At the time, I was not very happy that I have to write. I have no material now. But that's a good thing happened at the time, because she knew that I should have my own material. And I got my material, and then, rest is history. Then we continue to work together. I met her during my Orlando trip. I think that were in 2009, 9, 10, actually 10, when we came to Orlando for a PMI conference, and we met, and that time we decided, signed contract that you were going to do something together. Anyway, so this legend is not with us anymore, but she has left good memories with me, and good material. There's a books available from Amazon or from many other places. They you can use them for PgMP, PfMP, and PMP. Yes, as we move to the next version, books may not be relevant anymore after that, but whatever we have, just look at the material. I actually recommend her books, question bank, to my students all the time. While her questions are very complex, lengthy, confusing, and she made them purposely, and but that helped me to put my student on the extreme steps. That's why when I'm talking about people getting the result in 2 hours, 2.5 hours, because they already seen most difficult question. When you say go to the exam, oh my God, this is so easy. One of the students from Brisbane in Australia, last month he completed his exam. He completed his 100 questions, more than 100 questions in 1 hour, and remaining 70 questions he was able to complete in less than another 1 hour, and he was able to complete everything in 2 hours, and then took another half an hour, 1 hour to go through, and he passed the exam with above target, because he was scoring 70-80% in her exam. Somebody normally, if you're scoring 55-60%, I tell, okay, I think you're ready. But if you score 70 to 80%, don't waste your time. Go ahead and do this, because our questions are so challenging. But I like you to master those questions. All right. Now some stats. Allow my numbers or PMI. I'm sorry. So as of now, September 2023, we're looking PgMP less than 5,000, PfMP around only 1,500. Yes, I can see my numbers as of 464 PgMPs and 121 PfMPs. Can't wait to see my 500 PgMPs. Look, I always look number. So for me, you're not just a number. I want you to see that you go get all the things you need and pass the exam in the shortest possible time. And one of the guys recently passed the exam. He works for US Army, and believe it or not, he's 28-year-old, and he is a PhD, he's MBA, and he's a senior officer in US Army, and he's already thinking of transitioning himself out and starting business. Anyway, so he joined my program. His application was already approved, and he has aggressive timeline. So he said, Dharam, I want to do your personal mentor program, and like to do 2 or 3 times. That can be 10-week session, 10-week program, or can be done in 4 weeks. So we completed the 4 weeks, and he said, Dharam, I want to do my exam day after tomorrow. And I know he was not up to that my expectation, but he said, Dharam, don't worry, I will. But I encourage him to push his exam to 3 to 4 weeks. He didn't push for 3 to 4 weeks, but he pushed his exam 1 week, and he took the time off, and he dedicated himself and passed the exam without target. So it is all about your commitment. He completed the exam in just 1 month of study with me, and on top of that, one week. Great result. I cannot, these are some gold nuggets I'd like to talk about every time. There are many of them, and you can be one of them, but anyway, so that's where I get passionate. Some other numbers, actually similar numbers that show the growth of PgMPs and PfMPs over the time, and you can see the numbers are growing now. I've seen number when it was only around 100, 110, 120. To see that almost touching 1,000 is 737, still not year completed. Lot many happening, and this is just numbers. Yes, go ahead. So let's have some tests, and I like to see all of you are participating in this test. Okay, so I have some questions for you. So I will read the question and leave it for a minute or for some time, and you're going to answer it. So more participation you're going to have, you're going to learn more out of it. Are you ready? All right, let's do it. So which statement is true about project and program management? Okay, project management and program management follow similar life cycle. Project management is distinct, whereas program management life cycle is cyclic or cyclic. Project management, program management life cycle can be a mixture of project management and operation management life cycle. And the D, program management life cycle is wider than project management life cycle. Now I leave it to you. You have a question pad, so please answer it. Let me read out and eliminate for you, okay, and tell you what is the right answer. If you're saying project program manager follows a similar life cycle, yeah, no doubt they have similar life cycle. But do you pick that? You know, in an exam question, you may find the options are almost similar. I mean, all of them seems correct, but you need to figure out which one is the most correct. So I will not pick A because it's more vague. B is saying program management is distinct, whereas project management is distinct, but program management is like cyclic. You know, both of them have some cyclic nature, and you know, let's not worry. This is not the right answer. D is saying program management life cycle is wider than project management life cycle. Yes, it is, no doubt, it's more wider. But again, this is also correct. I'm not saying this is 100% correct. The right answer for this is C. Program management life cycle can be a mixture of project management and operation management life cycle. Why operation? Because part of the program you are delivering benefit. For duration of program, you may have operation activities so that you can start delivering the benefit. So this can be a mixture of project management and operational management life cycle. So always look for specific, more specific answer you have, the better answer is going to be. Okay. I hope this makes sense. You know, I didn't get too much participation, but I like to see the next question. I still have a few more questions, because once you answer it, you start getting eagerness is there. If you don't, okay, another question, another question. Okay. All right. I hope this makes sense. If you don't, please put your question on the chat. The next question: who are least likely to be part of stakeholder group in your program? Customer, sponsor, PMO, all C-level executive of the organization: CEO, COO, CFO, CIO, CTO. And this is not difficult, guys. You know, if you look at this question carefully, you will get the answer. Many question PMI has, they are not. Of course, you need to have knowledge, but some of them are tricks involved. Simple, sometimes simple, keywords can help you to find an answer. Okay, let me read the answer. The answer for this is actually D. All C-level. This question is saying least likely to be part of your program. Look, customer, yes, you know, they are part of your program. Then sponsor, yes. And PMO, yes, occasionally they are. But all C-level, you may have one C-level, two C-level. Having all C-level in your program, yeah, that's not very likely. Unless you're running a very strategically important program and a lot of money involved, and it's, you know, make or break thing. You may see all C-level are standing on your head. You definitely don't want to do that kind of program. But yes, generally you don't see that. The word like all, everything, everyone, never, none, keywords, please pay attention to them. The next question is: your senior manager, who is also a sponsor, is very particular about portfolio management information system for all portfolio components. Basically, PMIS is primarily used for, what is the purpose? To store all project program portfolio documents and provide central control, to store portfolio management artifacts, to store portfolio management portfolio management office deliverables, to store all project related documents and provide central control. So if you know about PMIS, you know the answer. Let me see your answer. All right. So PMIS, what's the purpose of PMIS? In the PMIS, it's not only portfolio management artifact, it's not only PMO or deliver. Actually, everything under your portfolio, whether project program or portfolio documentation and all the control is the central control to you. The PMIS has a dashboard, KPIs, all this within that. So the correct answer for this is A. Okay, good job. At least I can, your participation is important for me here. Okay, another question. As a portfolio manager, which project will you select? Cost 1 million, benefit 5 million, cost 1.5, benefit 7 million, cost 0.75 million, benefit 5 million, cost 1.9 million, benefit 5.9 million. So what is your answer? Yes, it's not very difficult. If you know what I'm talking about, this is actually a few second answer, a question, not even a minute. Of course, you need to know about the formula. Yes, fantastic. All right, so correct answer is C, 0.75. Like, it's all about how much investment required to generate the benefit. So you want to have least investment and maximum benefit. But how do you find out? Doing a ratio. 5 divided by 0.75 will give you more than 5 divided by 1, obviously. Okay, so looking for the largest ratio, or largest number. So thank you very much for participation. These were my 4 questions. I do have few FAQs or about them. Let me go through them. What metrics do you review to measure the program success? You know, you get asked, what should I measure as a program manager? So, you know, number of metrics you can use, KPIs, key performance indicators, or checking from the schedule adherence point of view, checking the variances, schedule variance, schedule performance index, and cost, from cost point of view, how much the cost, the budget, utilizing the cost variance, cost performance index, stakeholder satisfaction. Sometimes we need to know, are we engaged with our stakeholders? Maybe you have some kind of a metrics for that as well. Especially I'm talking about, we're running mega billion-dollar work, major program, with so many stakeholders you have. So you want to keep an eye on whether my engagement level is good or not. Like here, I'm trying to figure out, because you cannot speak in the go to webinar, but I'm trying to figure out, am I engaged with you or not? So some of the messages I can see, your participation help me to figure out, yes, you are engaged or you are listening to me, you're actually participating. Some quality metrics can be there, some risk management, you know, how many risks are you solving, what is the impact, contingency, so many things you can do. Benefit relation, if your program is delivering the benefit, check how we are progressing toward the benefits. Are we realizing, or we will be realizing the benefit? Team performance and metrics can be there, change management metrics. So look, there are many metrics. You need to figure out which metrics will help me in doing my program successfully, delivering my program objective successfully. So on the question pad, I have, okay, depends on specific benefits that are important to program and linked into business strategy. Perfect. That's what it is. The benefit is all about, you know, what you give to deliver to your customer beneficiaries. It's not about the product only, but how can I utilize? Let's say, if you do attend my program, your purpose is to achieve the benefit. And the benefit in the, you know, I will not say passing the exam is that's a benefit, but utilizing the, you know, when you complete your PgMP, PfMP and get, you know, you may get a promotion, you may get a new job, you may get recognition, you may get invite from PMI chapters to talk about. These are the benefit I'm talking about. So my purpose is not only to make you pass the exam, but also make you to be seen by or achieve your benefit. But thank you for your input. Thank you. I love this part. Now, the second question I have is, why change management critical for this role of program management? Look, change management is very important. We have 2 types of change management, by the way. One is organizational change management. Second is your tactical or changing, you know, when the program change happens, change in scope, change in time, all these things. And very important, why I'm saying, because program is delivering benefit and you have a lot of uncertainty. And because of that, you may expect a lot of changes. Having a right structure available, how to identify the change, way to capture those changes, and the change logs is the one way you're going to capture. And who will be participating in the change discussion that can be change control board at the project level and steering committee at the program level. So that structure has to be clearly defined. When you talk to the senior managers about the change, you need to know each and everything about the change so that you can convince them why the change should be accepted. Yes, benefit relation is maximized, optimized through effective change management. Perfect, perfect. And the second part, with the other change management, I think you're talking about, it's about the organization change management. And when you deliver something for the organization, for the beneficiary, delivering is one thing. Let's say you given them new PMI system. Great. You spend, the company has spent so much, millions of dollars. But if people or the beneficiaries are not using that new PMI system as effectively as should be, then your job is not done. So for that, you may have to take them through journey, the communication, the training, and hand-holding, sometimes motivational speeches, whatever required for you to make them ready to use the system. Maybe sometimes rewards recognition. All we do to ensure that the new technology or new software or new device given to the beneficiary, they use it as effectively as should be. Perfect. Yes, your response on this organization change management is very central to my focus right now as a head of PMO. Perfect job. Good. And thank you for your contribution. This is very, very useful. Otherwise, I feel that I'm the one person and keep talking. I don't know anybody listening or not, but thank you. That helps me to continue to, keep talking more. Right? I get more passionate when you have something like this discussion. Thank you. And the next question I have is, do you leverage code of ethics that enable you to be a better programmer? Actually, this is very important for your role as a program, project and portfolio manager. The PMI has created a code of ethics, and your organization may have your own code of ethics. So these actually make or break your business. If you follow the ethics, if you give the customer the required information right time, engage with them, being honest, being truthful, being unbiased, so that this can be seen very favorably as you as a program manager, you or your company as organization. Because if you're ethic, you're even everybody knows things may not go as expected. Sometimes because of risk, issues, or many other things happen, and that may impact your program objective. But being upfront and talking to the client, the customer, let them know things are happening like this, or this is what you're doing, so that they can actually get the confidence. If you just tell them about the problems without talking with the solution, then they will not be happy. But they said, okay, guys, there's a problem going on. This is where we are working on. That helps you to build your stakeholder engagement. So utilize the code of ethics, principles, and whatever PMI mentioned and your organization mentioned. When you're selecting the vendor, when you're working with the team, working with your beneficiaries, utilize these techniques. Very, very powerful. All right, these are the few questions I had. So next session, when we talk about, I think I have a date. 6th of October is the next session when I will bring the session number 5. How to pass PgMP and PfMP exam. So there are a lot of topics we're going to talk about, something new we're going to discuss. This is the agenda for the next time. Actually, importance of PMBOK 6. It should be PMBOK, it's the 7th edition. While 6th and 7th edition, both of them are actually important. Test format, type of question asked. I will be talking more about both PgMP, PfMP, and how to check your readiness. Are you ready to pass the exam? And how to prepare for the exam. How to stay positive and pass the exam in the first attempt. Very important. When I'm talking 2 hour, 3 hour, 2.5 hour, it's of course you want to work hard, and I have to ensure that you have everything. You're mentally ready, physically ready, spiritually ready. Being a yoga teacher, I will talk to you how to control your stress, emotions, and get the result in the shortest possible time. So I will be talking in the package. Test taking suggestions, some latest trends in PgMP, PfMP. Again, questions, we'll have some sample questions and frequently asked questions. All right. Look, some upcoming programs that you can see here. Actually, if you are in Sydney and you are interested in doing PgMP, I have a program starting tomorrow. So if that's the case, give me a call immediately. I will happy to have you. But there are other programs coming up in your this actually session, next session, 6th October, 3rd November, 8th October, and yeah. So there are a number of there are a number of ways you can get my help via physical boot camp, which whenever I come to, like I conducted boot camp in Melbourne last week, and tomorrow I'm doing a Sydney. Then I have programs in US, and hopefully soon I will go to Saudi Arabia, Dubai, and many other places. But if you have a group of people, Dharam, can you come to my country or my city? Love coming, flying in, flying out. Of course, a lot of hard work, but that gives me opportunity to meet people and also to see new country and new places. So please call me out. And if you cannot travel or you cannot invite me, you can get my physical classes, virtual classes, personal mentoring program, group mentoring program. And if you cannot afford this, you have recorded mentoring program and many other things. And by the way, I've not announced so far, but in very few days, I will be releasing my app. App will have PgMP, at least 9 mock exams, and I'm talking about task and explaining the task in in more detail with the example and keywords and associated 5 questions. So that app is going to be, I think it's going to be mind blowing, and I think that's a game changer for most people. And that app will have a PMP questions as well. It depends if you are in PMP. And PfMP questions I'm going to release maybe after going through the PgMP and PMP app. Soon I will release PfMP as well. So I'm working hard to bring the best possible questions and material so that you get most out of this. But anyway, so thank you for your participation. Thank you for coming today and listening to my talk. And you can reach out to me many ways. Of course, you can book my time. You probably have a link from my team where you can book my time, and feel free to discuss anything what is bothering you about PgMP, PfMP. You're starting your journey or you are at the end of your journey. Happy to work with you and happy to take you as my mentee. Okay. With this, I'd like to conclude, and I'd like to thank you, all of you today, and thanks PMI for giving me opportunity or asking me to bring this kind of session. PMI Queensland chapter, you guys are awesome. You are growing as you're a small group, but you're doing great job. And next week, I'm doing another session for you directly for PMI Queensland chapter about the career and the project management career. So if you are in the area, that's a free session. Anybody can join, whether you are part of PMI Queensland or not, where any part of the world, you can join it. If you don't have the link, ask me. You can send me message, Dharam. I'd like to join, and I will be happy to have you in that session. I can see. I like to read the last comment. Thank you. First of all, thank you, Dharam. Your passion is infectious and has shifted my thoughts from I should think about certification to I want to explore this more. How would I find out more information about your mentoring program? First thing first, you can book my time, and I will be happy, 15 minutes, half an hour, talk to you and explain you everything about the mentoring, which mentoring program will best for you. Okay, so you can email me, email address. If you don't have the link where I book, we can agree on a time and we can talk. Only thing is currently I'm in Sydney, Dallas. I'm going back on 20th. In between, I will travel and possible class. So may have something. But if you want to talk in the next half an hour, 1 hour, I'm available to talk. So you can send me a message. But thank you, all of you guys. Really happy to you join this procession, and that's where my energy coming out. Yes, my passion is you. If you are learning here, I'm here to give you. So talk to you soon. in the fifth session. Until that time, bye and take care. Good luck.